Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The event will commence shortly. Kindly put your mic on mute and your camera off to avoid interruption throughout the session. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention. Greetings, a very good day and a warm welcome to everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Grace Wong Hui, the moderator for today's sharing session. The title is All You Need to Know About IEEE VoLT Program. This session is brought to you by IEEE Student Branch University Technology Petronas together with IEEE RAS Malaysia. First and foremost, I would like to invite our Vice President of IEEE Student Branch UTP, Mr. Tan Lee Tong, to give his welcoming speech.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Ms. Grace. So good afternoon to our honorable speaker, Ms. Romina Fabian, tech trainer and consultant and XCOM off-road team program, Ms. Amni Kaur Chawal, chair of IEEE Toronto section, Young Professionals Affinity Group, representative from IEEE RAS Malaysia, and all the participants. Welcome to the All You Need to Know About the IEEE VoLT program sharing. So my name is Lee Tong, the Vice Chair of IEEE UTP Student Branch Malaysia. It is my honor to give the opening speech at this wonderful event today. And thank you so much for having me. Thank you for joining us today. So as we all know that IEEE, or the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, is the world's largest technical professional organization dedicated to advanced technology for the benefit of humanity. As IEEE volunteer, we inspire a global community to innovate for a better tomorrow through its highly active, cited publications, conference, technology standards, and professional and educational activities. And being an IEEE volunteer is something that we are very, very proud of. And now, an opportunity has come, and it is now the time for us to upgrade ourselves. And that is why we have this IEEE VoLT program. And the VoLT program, or the Volunteer Leadership Trainings, prepares IEEE volunteers for leadership roles in their local units and beyond. I strongly believe that being a leader is more than just the title, and it is about helping others to achieve more. It is about leading the entire organization towards a common goal. That is why I strongly encourage everyone here to apply for the VoLT program. And today we are honored to have two experienced speakers with us today, Ms. Romina and Ms. Savne, and they will provide us with more details of the program. So do jot down important notes, ask questions, and most importantly, enjoy the session with them. And in closing, allow me to express my utmost appreciation to our speakers, Ms. Romina and also Ms. Savne, and our collaborators, IEEE RAS Malaysia, for making this event happening. And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the Executive Committee of IEEE UTP Student Branch Malaysia for putting their effort in organizing the event. So let me once again, on behalf of IEEE UTP Student Branch, sincerely welcome everyone to our event today. I hope you will have a fruitful session with our speakers and have an enriching experience. Thank you so much. Grace, you're muted, Grace.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Tan. Now allow me to introduce our first speaker for today, Ms. Romina Fair. She is the EdTech trainer and consultant, and she is also a Robot Team Program Executive Committee since 2018. Without further delay, please welcome Ms. Romina.
Hi, how are you? Well, first of all, thank you for all the organizing team for the invitation. Well, I will share a short presentation just to clear some topics. I don't know if I have the permission to do it. I'm not sure. Oh, here, sorry. Well, let's go. Here we are. Okay, I will introduce some key topics about the program, and then I will talk about some things related with my experience. First of all, The IEEE VoLT program is the volunteer leadership training, prepares IEEE volunteers for leadership roles in their local units and in regional or worldwide positions. More than 400 volunteers have graduated from this program, and every year it starts in September and lasts 3 months and consists of weekly live webinars focused on basically leadership topics. It has two main aspects that when you enter the program, you are assigned a mentor that helps you with everything. I don't know, you can talk with your mentor about IEEE structure, IEEE topics, about a project, the program itself. There are experienced members that can talk with you about their experience and help you through the program. And another important aspect is that you have to develop a project with your team during the program. I will talk a bit more about this later. So there is a list of prerequisites that you have to fit to apply for the program. One of the most important is that you have to be a graduate student member or higher. You have to have 4 or more years as IEEE member and 2 or more years about so you need IEEE experience and IEEE experience as volunteer also, and you have to complete some courses, short courses that you can do it online. So if you fit these requirements, you can apply for the program. You need also an endorsement letter written by a senior IEEE volunteer that says, okay, this person is good for the program, and you have to fill a form for the application. So you can find this information on the website, but I want to make it clear before moving forward. So some things related with my VoLT experience. Well, I applied, I was selected for the program last year. I was assigned to a team. This was my team, a diverse team, because I don't know if you can read, but we were people from different regions of IEEE. As a member, you have your own experience inside the organization in your groups and different affinity groups and technical groups. And it was really nice to share with them different experiences and different points of view of what IEEE is for everyone and how we can improve IEEE. Apart from all the webinars and talks that you have during the program, you have to develop a project based on one aspect that you want to improve inside IEEE, like, for example, membership development or any initiative that you want to implement. There are a lot of initiatives that were created inside IEEE VoLT program and then were become a reality. So it's like a very strong program that has a real impact inside IEEE, and you can do networking with different people. You can work in these projects, and then, well, you are part of a group that has developed their skills to follow and be part of leadership roles inside IEEE. So, well, this was my team. We developed a project related with how to engage volunteers and how not to lose members during the years. And even though our project wasn't selected as the 3 best projects inside the last year program, we learn a lot and we share like very interesting talks. And talking about some things related with the program and the webinars that you have, we were talking about leadership. So most of the webinars are focused on leadership topics and also about IEEE aspects and IEEE tools or initiatives that were created during the last years. And maybe as a member, we know that IEEE is continue evolving and is very dynamic organization. So we have to keep on learning about the different initiatives. So it was a good way to update in different things. And well, talking about like the leadership topics, you have a lot of soft skill development webinars or maybe basic skills. We can talk name it also, because we talk about topics like how to deal with difficult people inside our teams, how to develop communication skills to be a good leader, and how to manage our time, our career, our life, how to network with different, with people, with different aspects that can make you a good leader. So, and this is what the program is about. So these were just 3 of the topics that were part of the webinars, but it was quite interesting listen to like very expert people, I don't know how to say it, about how they develop their projects, how they manage their teams, and learn different ways of dealing with a team and projects. So it was like quite interesting experience. Every VoLT experience is unique. So because you are on a specific time in your lifetime, in your career inside IEEE, and you can learn different topics depending on in which part of your life are. And well, for me, it was like such a good experience that I recommend for any experienced member, and to share with different people and to be part of a project and to learn about all these leadership aspects that can make you a better leader and a better person, let's say. And well, if you have questions, please put it on the chat and we can answer it. And well, this is like a short resume about my experience. Another thing that I mentioned is that you are assigned a mentor. So if you are part of the program, take this advantage and talk with your mentor to share some thoughts. And maybe you don't need like specific help, but these talks are very important to have a better experience during the program and to learn even more apart from the webinars, apart from the project that you are developing with your team. So this every team is like very unique. Every person that is part of the program has their own experience. So this is one of the best parts of the program, but all the members are very experienced volunteers, and well, they are there to develop their leadership skills to grow and be better. So it's like such a good program and such a good objective. And well, just to be wrapping up. If you don't meet the specific requirements, and also if you meet, take into account that IEEE has the IEEE Center for Leadership Excellence, in which in this platform you can access with your IEEE account. You is self-paced. You are gonna find a lot of information about IEEE structure, information about every role inside IEEE, of the affinity groups, the technical parts. You are going to find information about how to run an event, a conference, and well, a lot of information that it's gonna help your team or your experience as IEEE member and volunteer. So if you haven't entered this platform, please enter and look for all the information that is inside. VoLT program is part of this platform, but you can access into a lot of self-paced courses inside to learn about IEEE and initiatives and structure and a lot of information. And it's very updated also. So just to finish, if you are ready to be part of IEEE VoLT this year, take into account that it starts in September and it lasts 3 months, and the application period is about to start. So you can start looking for the requirements and also start your courses that are part of the prerequisites, and be ready to have your recommendation letter and be part of the IEEE VoLT program this year. So thank you very much, and I'm here to answer some question if there is something in the chat. Okay, maybe I can answer this one that says, does VoLT program has an age limit? So you don't have, you don't need to have a specific age to be part, but you have to be an graduate student member. So not limit, not an upper limit, but yes, you have to be part of the graduate students member at least, or higher, of course. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Romina, for the insightful sharing on the VoLT program. Next, let us continue with our second session that will be conducted by Ms. Safnit Kaur. She is a sourcing specialist in Agilis Work Solution, and she is also the chair of IEEE Toronto Section Young Professionals Affinity Group. Without further delay, we would like to invite Ms. Safnit.
Thank you so much, Grace, for inviting me, and thank you, Malaysia section, as well as IEEE RAS for the invitation. So, one second, I'll share my screen as well. Yeah, it's visible now. So this is something about me. So I'm currently a graduate student at Northeastern University who's pursuing her master's degree in leading and managing technical project. And I am pursuing my co-op, or known as internship, at Agilus Work Solutions as the social specialist. I have been associated with IEEE for the past 5 years or more now, and I recently graduated from VoLT. And before that, I was a mentor for IEEE SBGHRC, and I was the CS chapter chair. In 2018, I was also the Richard E. Mervyn Scholar, and I have been volunteering with IEEE as the lead for national and international conferences, or even as a volunteer for various events. So yeah, most of the things have been covered by Romina, so there might be a bit repetition, but I'll be sharing my experiences more towards how VoLT helped me become the chair of IEEE Toronto Section YP Affinity Group. Because when I was interviewing for this position, they asked me certain questions about what do you know about IEEE, what do you know about young professionals, how do you think you would be suitable as a volunteer, and that was where my training from VoLT helped me. And definitely helped me secure this position. And I had members who were very senior to me within the same team, and still I was able to stand out. So yes, that is what the impact that VoLT can have in your life. So like Romina said, that it is like volunteer leadership training to prepare you if you want to take the leadership role, if you think you can be a suitable leader, maybe in your student branch, section, subsection, region, or even for the member and geographic activities board. So you can go as higher as you want if you have the certification and if you have the knowledge. And there are weekly seminars conducted. I myself got to know a lot more about the leadership topics, WIE, young professionals, and even IEEE in much more detail. So something that I experienced here was that you can never gain complete knowledge about IEEE. There is always something new to explore. I explored about collaborative platform. I explored more about WIE. So it's endless. Definitely, mentors are assigned to help you out every time. And the importance of mentors here is that there might be a possibility you might not have complete knowledge about maybe the platform that is being used, or you might not know what to do, or if something already exists when you are executing a project. So you can approach these mentors and you can ask them for help, and you can, from their experience, they can guide you, they can give you recommendations, and they themselves are world graduates. So yes, they can help you from their experience as well. And the team collaborations are definitely the best part. And if you're thinking of pursuing something in future, or even if you want to add something to your resume as what you've done new, so you can add this, because IEEE is not a local community, it is global. And when you have something in your resume that says, okay, I have been volunteering with IEEE, so people outside of your organization, maybe outside of your country, know that yes, I have certain experience, this person is capable of something. So the requirements have been stated well. This is the link that you can use, and it has various other courses as well. And yeah, so if I have to tell you, this was the poster that I saw for applying for IEEE VoLT, and how, and the tagline, charge your future. That was something that inspired me, that why not be in charge of your future yourself? Why not lead with your experiences? Why can't you take up a position where you can be respected and you can help more people, more volunteers to come up and share your experiences with them? Like now we are sharing it with you. There might be possibility that in future you might be sharing it with the newcomers and enlightening them for a better future as well. So this was my experience with IEEE. So we got this beautiful gift hamper from IEEE, which had the certification. It had a pin. It had a light bulb, USB light bulb, which was a very unique gift, and the trophy, a small trophy, a token of appreciation. This was my team, Team Divergent, and we worked on a platform where for these event registration that we can centralize it, and people can actually select that what platform they want, from what events they want to register for, what are the notifications that they want to keep active, because sometimes the emails from IEEE can be bothering you and you don't want to put them all into the spam. So you can select that, okay, I want events associated to cloud computing only. So you can turn on the notification. This was the idea that we presented in our team, and we won the second position here. And definitely all the other teams, every team had amazing ideas, and working with people from different parts of the world and managing time duration. I was a part of Bombay section, but I recently traveled to Toronto to pursue my master's. So time difference was a huge thing for me as well. But we collaborated amazingly. I had a perfect team who was there to support me. We shared our ideas, we shared the platforms that we had, and we made this happen. So if I have to tell you about the experiences I've had in the past 6 years while I've been associated with IEEE, I started my journey when I went to attend a normal conference, and it was the All India Students Young Professionals Conference. And that was my first. I was in my first year and I got this opportunity. I was like, I'm not missing this. I went there, I collaborated with people, I connected with people, and it was such an amazing experience that I never stopped after that. I attended Kaizen, I attended a WIE leadership summit, and I started volunteering as well. These experiences not only are something that you're going to meet people or collaborate somewhere, these help you to open up. So I had stage fear. I had so many issues, but today I'm speaking in front of audience. I was part of various hackathons. I had been the team lead for various hackathons. I had been invited to various events for speaking there, and it has been amazing. So the journey, every event you attend and every collaboration you make has a huge impact on your life. You can see I attended lots of events. I also won the Richard E. Mervyn, and as you can see in the last picture here, I was with Eric as well. Eric was the chair of the Computer Society that time. So I got felicitated by the hands of him. We had Deepak Mathur sir, he was there for the Region 10 director-elect, and various other guests. And I also published an article in the CS Compute magazine on IoT. So if you want to volunteer and if you want to explore your opportunities, IEEE is a vast sea, and the important dates as mentioned. And the last thing I think I would like to share with you all is, if you are getting the opportunity to collaborate, even if in this meeting you are seeing that there are multiple people who are attending this, add them on LinkedIn, make connections, connect with them, ask them questions, and just do whatever you can to explore your opportunities, make connections. You never know how these connections can be used in future. So I think, thank you. And I'll be open for questions if you guys have any. So yeah.
Grace, you're muted.
Oh, sorry, once again. Thank you, Ms. Safdie, for this wonderful sharing. I hope that all of us have a better understanding on this IEEE VoLT program. Now we come to a Q&A session. If you have any question, feel free to post your question in the chat box or you can unmute your mic. So there is a question from Muhammad Khairun. The question is, what activities have you done after becoming a graduated student?
I think I'll share my experience. So after I graduated, I was in a lockdown because of the COVID pandemic. So all the events were virtual. So I did not leave a single opportunity to join or volunteer any event. I started by attending these events and I started making connections. I used to connect with the organizers and message them, hey, this was an amazing event. And are there any volunteering opportunities available for you? So I would be happy to join you guys. And I started expanding my boundaries. I connected with the Toronto section people. Before coming here, I laid my groundwork that, okay, I need to know these people. So I started connecting with them. And recently we did an event, which was, it was a collaborative event, which was the first in-person event. So we took all the members to the Toronto Zoo. We collaborated there, we were sitting there. We had two speakers who shared their experience. And as this was the first in-person session, so we made sure that first there is an opportunity for people to collaborate, talk again in person, because this was approximately after 2 years that I was involved in an in-person event. So yeah, after becoming a graduate student member, various events. I did a quarter tech talk as well. And there we had speakers on various technical topics and we had panel discussions. So yeah, vast event. Romina, would you like to share more?
Yes, in my case, I did a VoLT program after 10 years of as a IEEE volunteer. So I have the opportunity before the pandemic to be part of different activities. I studied biomedical engineering, so I was part of the organization of the biomedical engineering conference. I volunteered for the IEEE Women Engineering International Leadership Conference in United States. So it was the first opportunity that I have to travel to another country and be part of such an amazing event. And then I organized an IEEE Leadership Summit in Buenos Aires, Argentina, taking some ideas from the ILC. Well, I organize different kind of events also in my section. So before the pandemic it was easier, but during the pandemic it gave us the opportunity to be part of events around the world. So it was a great opportunity, different, but a great opportunity also.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Olina and Ms. Safiq. I hope this answer the question for Muhammad Khairul. And we have another question from Tan. Will we have activities involved every day, or is it more towards self-paced learning?
Yeah. No, go ahead, Romina.
Okay, you have, I think, like a weekly, but there are synchronic talks. So you have to assist on that moment. And then if you have like one time you have a problem, you can have the recorded session. But it's equal to be part of the synchronic part and be part of the talk and then make some questions. So maybe it was confused when we speak about the courses that are a prerequisite to apply for the program. So that's courses are self-paced. Then you apply for the program, and during the program you have weekly events that you have to be connected in that time.
Yes, and another important thing in that is after every session, you are provided with a quiz which is related onto that session, and there is a minimum requirement for passing that. To graduate from the VoLT program, you just do not have to attend these sessions, but also answer to these quiz. And there are also marks for the project that you do. So yes, it requires a lot of efforts and learning. So yeah, be prepared for that as well.
Okay, thank you. There's another question from Sarah. The question is, we must need a 2-year experience of working as a volunteer. Can we apply with little less?
Do you want to answer this one?
Yes. So the requirement is of 2 years minimum. But if you have a little less of volunteering experience, you can try. You can definitely try. There might be a possibility that the volunteering work you have done might be extraordinary, so you can get selected because these are the minimum requirements. But there might be some exceptions made. So you can definitely give it a try. The maximum that would happen is that they might reject you. You can apply next year again. But if they select you, then why leave the opportunity?
Yes, I agree that you may have an opportunity, but maybe I wouldn't recommend to apply because it's a program designed for experienced volunteers. So maybe if you didn't do some things related with IEEE structure and you are not quite involved in IEEE volunteer, maybe you can't live the main experience of being part of VoLT. So you can, I think, I know that you are gonna receive an amazing certificate, an amazing IEEE swag and all promotional material, really, really nice with your name and all that. But you need to have some experience to have a great experience inside VoLT. So it's just a recommendation.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Almina and Ms. Safi. I hope this answers Sarah's question. And then the next question is from Hassan. The question is, I don't have any volunteer experience to apply for VoLT program. Where can I get experience as volunteer?
So I would tell you that you can go on to Collaboratech. You can connect with people. Collaboratech is a platform, just you can say for IEEE members where they post about the events. There are certain focus groups where you can connect if you are interested in cloud computing or computer society, you can connect into their group. There are events posted. You can connect with the maybe chairs, vice chairs of your section, subsection, and even your region, and ask them, okay, I'm looking for volunteering opportunities. So can you please guide me, or is there any position open, and what can I do? Maybe start small, start with your local section and start volunteering with them for small events. Then you'll rise as you go through.
There's another question about the volunteering experience. So the question is from Juhaida. So the question is, where do we start to gain volunteering experience? Can assist the kids at taekwondo class can be considered as an experience too?
For this program, you need experience as IEEE volunteer. That is a very particular part, kind of activity. So volunteer experience is very appreciated inside IEEE, but for this program specifically, you need IEEE volunteer experience. So related with the objectives of the organization inside a student branch, technical group, an affinity group. So look in your section or in your city or in your at university what kind of people is working inside IEEE and contact them and be part of a group. We need people every day to keep on the things going on.
Yeah, like Grace, what Grace is doing today is also something that she's volunteering for, and that would be considered as her volunteering experience, which she can include when she would be applying in future. So yes, even the smallest efforts you take. And as you mentioned that Taekwondo class, so there is a section for humanitarian activities as well under IEEE. So if you go with the humanitarian track and if you volunteer to teach the kids under the IEEE banner and conduct an event specifically for training them as for free or something like that, then yes, that would be considered as your volunteering experience under the humanitarian activity track. Like I remember I volunteered. We went to a homeless shelter and there we helped out the kids and we provided them with certain gifts and we celebrated Christmas with them. So that was a humanitarian activity that we did under the IEEE banner. So that was an IEEE volunteering experience. Yeah.
All right, thank you for the clear explanation from Ms. Romina and Ms. Safni. Thank you everyone for the question. I believe that is the last question for today's session. Once again, a big thanks to our two speakers for today, Ms. Romina and Ms. Safnik, for the informative yet wonderful sharing today. Now, I would like to invite the chairman of IEEE Student Branch UTP, Mr. Gulam, to deliver his closing remarks. Mr. Gulam, are you in the meeting? The floor is yours. Okay, never mind. Let's go for a group photo first. Let's have a photo session. Now let's turn on our camera to take a group photo. All right. In 3, 2, 1. We'll take another again, very freestyle, with a count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everyone. All right, thank you everyone for participating actively for our photography session. Before we end, please mark your attendance by scanning the QR code presented on the screen or clicking the link sent in the chat box later so that our team can send you the e-certificates. Dear participants, we have arrived at the end of this sharing session. We hope that all of you have gained valuable insights from our speakers today on the IEEE Volunteer Training Program. My deepest thanks to all the participants for your active participation. With that, take care and stay safe.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye.
Miss Ami.
Thank you.